we cannot fight nothing alone. And I come here to Ukraine because of that. Because I know that if we want something, we have to fight for it. And here in the brigade, since I entered in the brigade, I see everyone with the same spirit, everyone like playing with each other, everyone like working when they have to work, everyone working for the same reason. And that indirectly put in my head that, okay, so you came here for the right reasons. You're right. You was right, and the brigade is saying you that you're right. The people, sometimes you are not the most important in this war. Sometimes the other people, they matter.
Hi, Tuga. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm good, and you?
I'm well, thank you very
Thank
much. It's been half a year since we last saw each other. It's winter now, obviously. How have you been, and what's new with your service?
I'm good, thank you. In a different reality, as you can see, but working as always. So it's my purpose here, working.
Is there a new role that you're working in?
Yeah. So right now, as you know, like I'm more, more no, I'm totally with the International Battalion.
Mm-hmm.
So we are starting. We start this month to forming the International Battalion, and right now I'm a little bit busy trying to find some good guys. Let's
Mm-hmm.
say like that,
So you
good
handle
people.
recruitment in the
Yes, yes.
battalion.
So right now I'm fully in with the recruitment for
Mm-hmm.
now. Yes.
And tell me, what is the location that we're at right now?
So that is my new office, let's say. So we are like here in the middle of the our polygon,
Mm-hmm.
so that we will use for our guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so this here it will be my office for some time and for the boys too.
That is awesome. So it's still in the works, as
Uh,
I'm seeing.
yes, yes. So it's not completely yet, completely, but it we are working on that,
Uh-huh.
and the things take some time, but it's normal.
Mm-hmm.
We will get there.
Okay. And what stage is the battalion is at right now? Like, are you staffed? Are you recruiting actively?
Yeah. So right now we are like in the first stage of everything, because we need people.
Mm-hmm.
So we will have a battalion. So we will need more than 500 people,
Mm-hmm.
much more.
Mm-hmm.
Right now we are like fully engaged with the recruitment stage, and while the guys are signing the new contracts, because we already have people that already signed contracts, of
Mm-hmm.
course, they are coming here and they will start working.
Okay. And who's the perfect candidate for joining the International Battalion at the Azov Brigade?
Perfect candidate.
Mm-hmm.
That is a good question. I don't know if we have perfect candidates right now in this stage of the war.
Mm-hmm.
But someone that is willing to fight with us, someone that is willing to be part of our family.
Mm-hmm.
When I say family, I say Azov family. It's
Mm-hmm.
not only International Battalion. And anyone that is willing to learn with us and join us with this fight for freedom. Yeah, so that is our perfect candidate.
Okay. And is combat experience necessary?
So for us, it's not necessary. So we have a training for
Mm-hmm.
non-experience and training for experience. Of course, we prefer already people with experience that will help us a lot and save us some time.
Mm-hmm.
But we are actually receiving civilians
Mm-hmm.
for many parts of the world, and we will give them training. And after that, they will work with experienced guys.
Mm-hmm.
So it's we want it, but it's not 100% like it's not obligated. Let's
Yeah.
say.
Obligatory. Okay. And what is the plan for the International Battalion that's newly formed?
So the plan is training as much and as fast as possible, and because the brigade need us
Mm-hmm.
on the front.
Mm-hmm.
And when the boys will be ready, we just pick up our weapons, pick up our goods, and go.
Mm-hmm.
That is the plan.
Are you excited to train the newcomers?
Yes, yes, of course. It's always it's something new. because it's something that until now was only Ukrainian guys, Ukrainian people, was only brigade and even another brigades that ask us for help. But now it's people that can literally understand me and speak my language, like English in this case. So it will be, I think it will be a little bit easier
Yeah,
for both.
absolutely.
And but at the same time, it will be, I think we will have to be a little more strict.
Okay.
So because it's newcomers, it's new guys. Okay, we will have some guys that already have experience in Ukraine, but much of the guys they don't have experience at all. So it will be a challenge. Yes.
What is your favorite training activity? Like, what do you like to do the most when you go out to the polygon? What do you like to teach most?
Oh, I like to teach everything.
Uh-huh.
So like everything that it's dealing with the weapon, manipulation of the weapon, run, jump.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I'm completely like I completely adore
Yeah.
that kind of instructions. Yeah, it's why like yeah, I'm in this position right now,
Nice.
fortunately.
And do you have a favorite weapon maybe that you like to use when
Right
training?
now, I have to say that my favorite weapon is mine. It's
Mm-hmm.
the UR-15
Mm-hmm.
right now. Um, when I come here, my thoughts about AK was very bad.
Mm.
But after working with AK, I'm not telling that I love AK because
Mm-hmm.
I don't love AK.
Okay.
Okay, but after work with AK is not bad
Mm-hmm.
too. Yes, but unfortunately, AK is not in my in my top three.
Mm-hmm.
But in my top three, fortunately, it's the UR, the weapon that you use, and the weapon that all international battalion will have.
It's a Ukrainian rifle that's
Yes,
similar
yes.
to the
So let's
AR-15.
say it's a replica of AR-15. It's Daniel Defense pieces, but the only difference it's the barrel is Ukrainian. Uh,
Interesting.
Never had problem with that weapon.
If you
So
would like to see an unpacking or a review of a UR-15 by Tuga, please comment below and we'll invite him for such
no,
a
we will do
video.
a test. We will do a test. Yeah, of course.
Yes. A logical question following what we've just discussed is how do you prepare the recruits for the unique combat conditions they'll encounter in Ukraine?
So the question, how we can prepare them? So honestly, we cannot prepare no one um, to the battlefield, to this
Mm.
battlefield and to the battlefield conditions. We can do our best to prepare them for the most dangerous and the most difficult conditions,
Mhm.
because we are not sorcerers, let's say, and we
Mhm.
cannot like know what they will pass. Um, we can for sure give them many tasks and many difficulties to pass through. We can give them like some sense of danger. Let's say that they can live in the front lines in the battlefield. But it's a difficult question because it's impossible to prepare them for what they
Yeah.
will see.
Would you say that the veterans who have combat experience and come here, once they encounter the actual reality of fighting against the Russian army, do you think that that it's different from what they have seen if they have been deployed to other parts of the world?
Oh yes, yes,
Mm.
definitely. So, and most of the experienced guys that already was in Iraq, Afghanistan, and places like that, after the first deployment, they admitted they didn't expect this.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't expect the change of the battlefield. They didn't expect the fast how the battlefield changed,
So the intensity.
density of the
Mm-hmm.
fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and they admitted that, and it's one of the things that we say in our recruitment interviews. It's alert the people for that changes
Mm-hmm.
and for the different war that we are passing.
Yeah. In your opinion, what motivates foreign volunteers to join the Azov Brigade, and how do their reasons align with the battalion's goals?
So the the people that I interview until now, one of the main reasons is, of course, they don't agree with what Russian is doing right now to Ukraine, and they come here to fight for something, for freedom, for Ukrainian people, for democracy, even for their countries. And we have another people that they want to fight, and they want to fight in one of the best units in the country. They will come here and they know that they will be good treated, well treated. So they want to be part of our family
Yeah.
because they know that we care about them. So that is one thing that the majority of the people say it, and yeah, they definitely want to come, and they put the other reason is, of course, fighting for freedom. That
What do
it's
you, pardon, what do you think makes Azov one of the best units in the Ukrainian Defense Forces?
so first it's the people itself. So we are fighting for the people because the people with people. That is the first. Second, the experience that the brigade have. So we have a lot of experienced guys, and I have to say that in my 12 years of military, the best guys I saw, so one of the best guys I saw was here in the brigade. So these make a huge difference when we are talking about training, about receiving newcomers and training them to the worst situations possible. Yes, that is a huge difference. Our instructors, they don't have 6 months of experience. They don't have 1 year of experience. So our experienced instructors, they have years and years of experience, and in different battlefields, not only in Ukraine.
Yeah.
But the most important is they have experience in other battlefield, but they have experience in this war already.
Yeah.
So
All right, Tuga. So we're downtown Kiev now. We asked you if you had any favorite places in Kiev
yes,
ever since you started living here part-time. So you brought us here. Could you maybe tell us more about this place and what does it mean to you?
yes. So this was one of the first places that I met or I visit when I come to Kiev. So for me, it's more like historical, of course, historical like museum, let's say, with many history. But now, for me, it means change, because like we know, so they used to have the hammer in the motherland.
Yeah, they had the Soviet
The Soviet
symbols there.
symbols there, and they changed it for the trizuba.
Yeah.
So for me now it symbolizes the change that the Ukrainian people want to do
Yeah.
and want to have. And yes, it's one of my favorites. It's this place, and it's calm, so you can simply walk if you want. Like you can rest a little bit, sit down, and you can have a little bit of Ukraine history.
Yeah.
Let's say.
And I see there are some tanks around here. These are
Yeah.
modern. They look modern, right?
It's not. No, it's not modern. Yes,
They're just clean, I guess.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it's more T-55 things like that. It's not modern tanks, but it's like I said, it's a history, and we can just see it and learn. And I think it's good to have these things here because it's an indirect way to put the civilians close to the military.
Yeah.
In this case.
Absolutely true.
So yes, I like this place, and weekends sometimes this is full of families, and I'm glad to see that and see the huge Ukrainian flag.
Yes.
It's a proud and it's good.
I think it's the biggest flag in the country.
Yes,
up there.
for sure, for sure. I never saw a bigger than this one.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. And why exactly this monument also? What does it represent to you personally?
Personally, so I know that the monument was made due to the victory in World War II.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, right now, when I look to this statue, like I see someone or like the Ukrainian spirit embrace Kiev,
Mm.
and right now with the Trizuba there, it's embraced Kiev and it's protecting the people
Yes.
of Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what when I look to the statue is what I see,
Yeah.
and it's why for me it's special and I like it. I particularly like it.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting that the monument is depicting a woman, right, with a
Yeah.
sword and a shield.
Yes.
How do you feel about that? Does that speak about the Ukrainian culture in any way?
Yes. It speaks a little bit about Ukrainian culture because without women, we are we cannot come to this world,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I think it's we can go a little bit from there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but I think it's an interesting monument and save Azov, like you can see, save
Mm-hmm.
Azov.
Yeah.
So yes, I like it this place very much.
Yeah. In our last interview, you've mentioned the Soviet era mentality that has to be changed within the Ukrainian defense forces. And I would like to ask you about Azov in particular and the International Battalion as a new part of it. Can you provide a specific example of how you've seen this transformation from the Soviet era mentality to a more modern European army mentality?
So since I come to Azov, since I arrived in the brigade, I saw that the mentality is completely the opposite what we can find in other units in the country. So I didn't exist the changing itself. I saw that they already had change and they continue to change. The things that I saw here since I arrived here and I continue to see every month is the tactics that we use, the careful that we have with the man. For example, ever completely recon report and have like have a recon of the area that we will use for operations. So that thing I saw since the beginning in Azov, and they never stop. So they continue to do, and each time more and more of that. Uh, and yes, it's a big difference that I saw between Azov and the other type of units, let's say, in Ukraine. And thank God,
Yeah.
we are like that. We work like that. So Azov work like that. People think that Azov works like that, like 2 or 3 years. No. So if the people search a little bit, they will know that Azov worked like that since 5, 10 years ago already. So it's not almost since the beginning, let's say. I I don't know since the beginning, but
Yeah.
okay, some time ago. Not it didn't start only when the war started,
Okay.
and we can see the difference because the people come here, and they already know what to do.
Do you think Azov could lead by example here? Because, you know, people often say that a small post Soviet army cannot win over the big post Soviet army.
Let's see. Azov have to be an example. That is one point that I'm 100% on it, and I know Azov have to be an example. So many brigades, many units in this country have to have Azov like an example. Not only the fighters and the way that the fighters are treated, but the structure itself. Because the structure is a very big problem in the majority of the units nowadays here in this country. And the way that they treat the soldiers, after that, how you treat the soldiers, it will give you the results or not. good results or not good results. So Azov do that perfectly
Yeah.
since I'm here. So I never saw nothing bad. And if something happens and that something happens that it's not okay what we expect for, the brigade solve it.
Do you
Never
believe
had
that
problem.
foreigners coming to the International Battalion can actually bring some more interesting skills or expertise, military-wise, to improve Azov's tactics even more?
No, of course. I have no doubts about it. So it will be good if we have a mix of experience, a mix of knowledge, and after that we can share with the rest of the brigade or with the rest of the instructors to them to teach inside the battalions. So that it's one of the things that it's in our book, in our bookmark, and it's one of the things that we will try to do since the beginning because it's important.
Yeah.
You talk about the little Soviet army cannot win the big Soviet army. Um, we are not Soviet army anymore. We are little. We can be little comparing to Russia, but we are not Soviet army anymore. And these have to start somewhere,
Yeah.
and we are starting this. So let's continue, and in some while we will see some good changes. I
What
hope.
makes the main difference between a Soviet or post-Soviet army and a modern European one?
The thing that we see all days in the television, in YouTube channels. So the Russians they don't care too much about tactics. Let's say this is not this is in general. Okay, of course we have good Russian units, good Russian soldiers that are trained and they know what they're doing. But in general, that is not happening right now. And in the battlefield, we see. I can tell you that my first winter in Bakhmut, I saw literally what Russia is doing right now, waves after waves of men. So and they did it 3 years ago,
Yeah.
and they continue to do it. They continue to do it like with the North Koreans. I don't know what North Koreans are doing here, but the only thing I can say to you it's they are dying for nothing. They don't
Absolutely.
know. And that is a part of the Soviet mentality that they don't want to leave aside. We have the other part, 10%, 15%, that Russian units are development and new tactics, and they are answering to
The
us the
challenges.
challenge. That happened in some areas of the front. That is happening right now,
Yeah.
and but the majority of the Russian army is not. No, no.
Okay.
They are. I don't know if you saw, but they are using donkeys to logistical corridors.
Yeah, I saw that on the news.
I don't
Well,
know.
from what I'm hearing, like a single soldier's life is valued a lot more in the Ukrainian army, and it's
Yes,
our objective to make sure that, to keep them alive, for them to be combat ready and so on, compared to the Russian army that's maybe it doesn't value
yes,
their soldiers as much.
definitely. And we have to see one thing. Uh, our um, our commander, Redis, he was a soldier in this unit.
Mm.
Our second in command, Razva, he was a soldier in this unit. My commander in the International Battalion was a soldier in this unit. So I have a question to do to you. What do you think that is a future of the one particular unit? It's the soldiers.
Yeah.
The soldiers are the future of the unit itself. And with them, they bring experience and they bring motivation. So we have to treat a soldier with respect because that is the future of that unit. It's that the respect that we give to all. Of course, this is a war. We don't have time to waste, and we need to do the things like for yesterday or 2 days ago. Sometimes we are too strict, and sometimes we don't have time to babysitting, let's say. So if you want to come, fight, learn, and maybe give us something to learn with you, we are open arms to you. If you come here only because I want to see how how he's fighting, like what happened in the, don't come, because it's waste of time, and it can be a waste of lives.
Okay. And what kind of military experience or expertise is the optimal one, the one that you're looking for in a recruit?
So right now about the International Battalion, we are looking for everything and everyone. So the majority, as I say and to you already, uh, have to be infantrymen, because that is the core of the soldier, and that is the core, will be the core of the battalion, and this is the core of the brigade itself. Everyone have to be able to do that job. After that, they have to have like more space for to acquire more skills, more particular skills. And but we are looking for everyone, so we don't shut the door to anyone. Of course, like we had like a procedure and standard. We have a standard to. You will have a standard to come to the battalion, like you have a standard to come to Azov. That is a normal.
Yeah.
If we see that okay, you have problems, you cannot come, because he can kill someone or he can kill himself. But inside that standards, we are not particularly looking for nothing in particular right now. We are welcome everyone that wants to join us.
How do you stay connected to your roots in Portugal while being fully immersed in the Azov's mission?
Yeah, that is complicated subject. Let's say that sometimes I have people and my family send me some goods and some like Portuguese cultural goods. Let's say like that. Yeah, sometimes I can I can have that presence, but not too much, unfortunately. But the most important is my country is in my head and in my heart. So when it will ever be right there. Like yeah.
Have you visited Portugal since you came to Ukraine?
No, not yet.
Why not?
Because I'm working. So while I'm working or while I see that the brigade and the boys need me, I will be here. It's my perspective of the thing, let's say. It's my way to see the things.
All right. And if you had a chance to go home for a vacation, perhaps, what would you do first? Where would you go?
I don't know. I don't know. Of course, first I have to visit my family because they will shoot me if I will not if I will not do that. But I have so many friends that I would like to visit, and they text me all the time, like, "Come here when you come to Portugal." And yes, I don't know. And unfortunately, the only thing I know is 2 weeks, 3 weeks will not be enough
Oh, yeah.
to visit and to see all the things. But yes, I don't know. Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, on the topic of Portugal and communicating with your family back home and your friends back home, what message would you send to the Portuguese people about why Ukraine's fight matters to Europe and the world at this particular time? Why is it still relevant 3 years after?
It continues to be exactly the same thing that 3 years ago or 1 year ago, when last year when we spoke about this subject. It's exactly the same thing. So the things didn't change, and it's important to us to stop this madness right here. And let's not forget that how much time we will take, worst we will be. It will be to Europe and Europe countries. Right now, they are. I know that my country have There are problems, of course, like every country in this world. But believe me, their problems are not even 1/4 of our problems here in Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the message that I try each time to pass, and each time I speak with my friends and my family. So don't cry only because you don't have internet. Don't cry only because the restaurant, your favorite restaurant, it's closed and I wanted to go there today. Don't cry because the mall is full of people and I don't have space to move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so someone in that time don't have space to move inside the trench,
Mm-hmm.
for example. The things is the people have to start to think more about the others and not only themselves.
Yeah.
The message is clear. If we will not stop this, this will continue. If it will not be here in Ukraine, it will be in another country.
Yeah.
And that it's a point that everyone should know and everyone should recognize that.
So, on a lighter note, I think you don't get weather like this in Portugal, do you?
Definitely not. No, I can count with my finger, with one hand, my fingers of one hand, like the places that probably can snow in Portugal right
Mm.
now, or right now, like February, maybe none.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, but it's difficult. Have this weather in Portugal? No, it's
Yeah.
not normal.
And have you gotten used to the weather conditions in Ukraine over the past years that you've been here?
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Mm.
You see, like yeah, we are here, so no problem. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
It's good.
I believe it's nice to have 4 seasons, you know? You have
No,
that
yes, but like
change.
after 3 years, like for me, of course, like I'm a Latino blood, let's
Mm.
say, so I like the hot.
Mm-hmm.
But fortunately, I'm used to already to this kind of environment. That
Yeah.
it's not easy,
Yeah.
and already was worse. So yeah,
Oh, what was worse?
now I already passed a little bit bad
Uh-huh.
with, for example, in Bakhmut, like -15, -20
Mm.
degrees, so my beard completely frozen.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think that was probably the worst day or worst night of my life was that
Oh,
night. But
yeah.
yeah,
This is nothing compared
no,
to
this is
that.
this is no, this is nothing. This is good. This is good.
You've mentioned that you're handling recruiting for the International Battalion now, and what's a typical day like in your current role within Azov?
So my day starts every day at between 5 to 5:30 a.m.
Wow.
So I have a little dog,
Hmm.
Tugi.
Oh,
I found him in Donbass.
that's a very funny name.
Yeah, it's Tuga and Tugi and
Yeah,
companion.
sweet.
I found him in Donbass, and so I love animals. I love dogs, so I had to keep him.
Mm-hmm.
I keep him now. It's my 100% companion. Let's
Hmm.
say like that. So, but he have some hours that
Mm-hmm.
he have like okay to obey. So we woke up between 5:30.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the bathroom. Okay, I go to the bathroom with him because he cannot go alone. Let's say it's
Well, he's a rescue. He
he's a
may be
rest. Yeah,
nervous,
so
yes.
let's say that I go with him. So after that, like uh, his breakfast, I
Mm-hmm.
take my breakfast. Usually, I have to go to the office between 8:30,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. Before I go to the office, I take him again to the bathroom, to the toilet. Yeah, because it's a kid, so
Yeah,
the dad have to go with him.
yeah.
Let's say, yes. So what's it started the new day, like interviews, calls everywhere, like messaging people.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes dealing with other type of jobs, but yeah, mainly right now it's office job.
Mm-hmm.
1 week outside doing other thing, another week again in the office. It's now it is what it is.
You're setting up for a bigger picture in
Yes,
the
yes.
future.
So the thing is, I hate office job,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone knows that. So I hate office job, and I'm always saying that I don't want this, but it's my job right now. And if it's a brigade needs me in that job, I will do it.
Mm.
And I know that it it's for a better future.
It builds
Let's say.
character too.
Yes, exactly. So yeah.
You get a little bit of Kiev life in
Yes, yes.
between
I
the
cannot say that I
polygons
love
and
it, but yes, it's
yeah.
not bad
All
at
right.
all.
Have you found like a good Portuguese spot in Kiev, maybe?
Portuguese, sorry,
A
Portuguese?
Portuguese restaurant or
No, no,
cafe?
no, no. Probably I have to open one. I will be the only one.
As your side hustle.
Yes, probably I have to open one. Let's see. It's an investment for the future. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. And speaking of food, if you could bring one dish from your home country to share with your brothers in arms, what would it be and why?
It depends. So I have sweet. I have more like with meat. So the people here like meat and like pork.
Mm-hmm.
I will bring a what we call cozido.
Mm.
So it's a mix of rice with many kinds of meat
Mm-hmm.
and many kinds of fat.
Okay.
We put vegetables, and after that, like we put all together in soup, and yeah, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. Um, if we are talking about sweet, pastel nata.
Pastel nata.
Pastel nata,
What is
of
that?
course. It's a little sweet, let's say a little cake
Mm-hmm.
with cream
Mm-hmm.
in the middle,
Mm.
inside. So sometimes we put the people like to put cinnamon
Mm-hmm.
on top.
Mm-hmm.
Paradise. It's a paradise. It's paradise of the bakery. Yeah.
Someone please send Tuga
Yeah,
some
send me
sweets
that.
from Portugal.
I already found that some pastel nata in
Mm-hmm.
Kiev, but guys, it's not the same thing. It's
yeah.
the same thing that you go to Portugal, hit borscht made by Portuguese people. It will be not the same thing.
Yeah,
Okay?
not the exact same
Not,
thing.
no.
Okay, cool. Do you think your brothers in arms would like those dishes?
Oh, they will love.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will ask me for more. They will beat me if I will not bring more. Yes, they will love. Yes.
So
I think
hopefully it
the
will be on
people.
the menu at the chow hall.
Yeah, maybe.
Mhm.
Maybe yes. Maybe I will ask. I will do some connections to Portugal and they will send some pastel
Ingredients.
nata.
How does your background in military police shape your approach to leadership and training in Azov?
So was my background, of course, was important, but I think that the background is definitely important. How it shaped me. So in my 8 years in the military police in the Portuguese army, I learned a lot because I took some courses. So I saw many things, and I even had one of my best commanders in my 12 years, and I took him as a role model. Let's say he was always concerned about us. He was always asking about us. So he asked us like to work hard, but when he had some time to rest, he was the first one that he was there resting with us and like, okay, let's drink a beer outside and without uniform.
Yeah.
And yes, it was always the first, and I keep him with me until today.
Are you guys in touch?
I think last time I talked to him, I think it was 2 years ago.
Oh.
But yes, not in touch.
Okay.
But yes,
He knows you're in Ukraine.
Yes,
though.
yes. He knows, and we already talk about it. And
What was his reaction? Did he approve of your decision or?
he approved, so he knows me. He didn't. It was not a direct okay. I approve you're staying here, but was more like, okay, do your job, do what you do best. And yes, he was my commander, so he knows me.
Yeah.
And he was company commander, and he knew me like a simple soldier, and he knew me all the time.
Yeah.
So it's one of the things that I brought from there, and it's helping me to even shape my character and build or teach the others how to react and how to create their character here in the brigade, because our character it's important.
What do you think is the most important skill for a soldier to have in Ukraine's current combat environment?
It's not one skill. We cannot. So first, to be a soldier, in general, you cannot have only one skill. A soldier is a combined skills. I used to say that we don't need the best of the best, but we need guys that have some balance between skills. Of course, if you are good in everything, good for you. But like we want balanced guys.
Okay.
And
Can you maybe name top three qualities
top
that
three
you're looking
qualities
for?
of
Or
the
skills,
of
like
the
they could be technical.
skills. So have to be tactical skills or skills in general.
As you wish. We could do both.
So I will say that the first skill that you have to have here is you have to know how to work as a team, and that is a skill.
The cheesy team player
Yes,
line on the
that is a
CV.
skill that the people can see this and get team player. Team player is not. No, it is. If you come here and you are not a team player, you will not fit here.
Yeah.
And the way that we work, you will not fit 100%. So, and if you will not fit, you cannot fight. Second, you have to have like how I will say this. You cannot be so easily stressed. Let's
Stress
say
resistant.
stress resistant. Yes. So let's say that we deal with a lot of pressure, and you have to smile. You have to smile. So imagine people like me that it's always smiling. It depends on the situation, of course. But yes, if you smile to the danger, it will help you. Not only you, but your team too. You have to come with will to learn, and not many people, or sometimes the people are not willing to learn.
Especially adults when they're fully formed and they believe that they know what they're doing.
Because we have a lot of guys here. So I'm foreigner. I'm here 3 years. I know many people come here, and I'm from America. I'm from Germany. I'm from here. I'm from there. So I know everything. You will not teach me nothing. No, don't come with that mentality, because if you are not willing to learn, the things will not work for you and for your team. So 3 skills or 3 things that I told you here, and the team, it's always in all, because the team. So you definitely have to be a team, like you have to work as a team.
Yeah.
Point. You don't have another choice.
Yeah.
You can save them, they can save you. This is the game.
Yeah, and it's the most important aspect.
Yes, of course you will have another skill. So deal with the guns, how you will react to danger in many situations. But all of that is skills that you can learn with the time. The most important skills here that you have to bring with you is skills that we cannot teach you.
Yeah. Soft skills.
Soft skills. Hard skills. We come here every day and we can teach you. But the soft skills are impossible to teach.
Yeah, that's very true.
And some people have to understand that if they don't have some of the basic soft skills, just stay in home and help us in another way.
And you said that we can teach you the hard skills. What exactly can the brigade teach, like a recruit that comes in, maybe has some combat experience in the past, but nothing in particular? And maybe, first of all, can they choose a route that they want to follow? Is that optional, or is it being determined for them? And secondly, do you teach them, like to what extent can you teach them, and what do you teach?
So we have how we work. So the battalion, I'm saying about the International Battalion, but even the brigade. Okay, so I'm talking in the general, in the brigade, inside the brigade. The people will come. The people have to understand that for the brigade itself, they have to learn how to be infantrymen. This is not new. Some people ask me in the interviews that, oh, but what I will be like, what will be my job like, or how will be my recruit. My answer is always the same. First of all, in every corner of the earth, your first job and your first teach, it will be infantry man.
Yeah.
How to handle the gun, how to run, how to react,
Any
what to
army.
do in any army in the world.
Good
So
point.
you will be an infantry guy, let's say.
Mhm.
Of course, after you acquired some art skills that you need to be an infantry man, you will go, or you can go. Imagine if you want to go to artillery, if you want to go to the tank battalion, if you want to go to drone, you have skills to be a drone pilot. You have skills to, for example, mount drones. Okay, you go to the drone. No one here will put you, okay, you are not good in infantryman, but you go at the same. No. Okay, so we will put you where you fit, or where you want, and we see that we need you.
So it's a mix.
Yes. So this will be a mix between you and the brigade. In the International Battalion, it's the same thing. Okay, but we are preparing people for assaulting. So here we will be a little bit more, let's say, you will have a little bit more hard work. Okay, you have to be infantryman, but after that you have to be an assault man. The people that know what I'm talking about, they know that it's more difficult to train people to assault. And it's why if you come, you have to know, or you have to learn first how to be infantryman, because you cannot be assault man without the infantry skills. That was a little bit confused, or was a
No, that's a clear answer. I think that,
yes.
so what I got from it is that you can choose the path that you want to follow,
Yes.
but also it will be considered by the commanders
Yes,
if it's
of
suitable
course,
or
of
not.
course. Here we will ask you every time what you want to do and what is for you more comfortable. But after that, you have to know that the brigade, if the brigade needs you in anywhere, the brigade will ask you. More like that.
How does Azov's emphasis on discipline and adaptability compare to NATO's training standards?
Let's say that, and I think I told you exactly, or almost the same in the previous interview. So until now, the most close of NATO standards that I saw in Ukraine was here in Azov. And time by time, little by little, you are approaching more and more with NATO standards. Of course, we have to change something because NATO is not ready for a war with Russia that we are assisting now.
It's a two-way street.
Exactly, it's a two-way street. So we have to mix. We have to, okay, NATO standards are good, but we have to adapt to the situation that we have right now in the battlefield, and it's that what we are doing. If you ask me if it's reliable what you learn and you teach in NATO standards, yes, it's completely reliable. If you ask me, okay, but it's 100% that 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 work that you do in the battlefield, no, because we have to adapt.
Would you say that the Ukrainian civilians' perception of you as a foreigner here in Ukraine changed over time, or has it stayed the same?
About the foreigners,
Yeah, the foreigners in Ukraine fighting for Ukraine.
um, it depends of the oblast, or it depends on the region that you go. I start to see some difference. So in the beginning, the people in general, they were appreciated, and they say thank you. I had many cases when I stop in the gas station, the people just give me a bag full of protein bars and energy drinks and things like that, even cups. but right now it depends on the oblast that you go. For example, here in Kiev, when the war unfortunately is too far away for them,
Mm-hmm.
um, I don't see no more that connection that was three years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, because the people start to forget it. People start to forget it. Even they own people,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, that is happening.
Yeah.
And it's one of the things that makes me sad to be here in Kiev. It's is particularly that.
But imagine if people living in Kiev start getting used to the war and they get tired of it as well. And, there are many arguments I could say, then how could the people in Europe, stay on the topic and still be actively involved 3 years
Yes,
later?
exactly,
Hmm.
exactly. It's that the point. So in all things in life, if you have a bad thing happening in your life, you cannot stay put and get used to it.
Hmm.
Because if you get used to it, what will change?
Yeah.
Nothing. And here is exactly the same thing. The people are just watching and oh, okay, one more shahid. Okay, one more explosion. Okay,
Hmm.
yes, okay. The people get used to that, but they cannot be comfortable. If you know my point, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They cannot be 100% comfortable with that. So they have to continue to do something.
Hmm.
And I think some people already forget that we have thousands and thousands of men all day, some days without food, without water, or in this freaking cold,
Hmm.
only to the people be able to have electricity and stay warm in house, inside the
Absolutely.
house. It's the same thing about Portugal that I was saying, that we have to think more about the other ones and not only us.
Hmm.
I think this is a bigger bigger scale bad thing that we have.
Yeah. Do you find Portuguese and Ukrainian cultures similar? Do they have anything in common that you would point out?
We have very similar food.
Mm.
Yes, so we in Portugal we use a lot of meat, mix of meat, a lot of rice, a lot of sauce,
Hmm.
and here in Ukraine it's like I think it's too close, too close.
Nice.
Uh, it's my perspective. I don't
Okay.
know. Maybe it's my head playing with me. I don't know,
Yeah.
but I think yes. I think we are very similar in the food itself.
What about the human relationships, like friendship and generally like work relationships, working with someone, being colleagues and brothers in arms with Ukrainians? How
Mm.
do you find that?
So inside the brigade, so right now I'm working with a different type of people, and I never had problems since the beginning. Never had problems. So majority of the people just know me when I move right now from Donbass to Kiev, but the people since the first day like welcome us and try to work with us and try to help us every day,
Hmm.
and that is good to see. That is good to see. And that it's we Portuguese, we are a little bit like that too. So we are always welcome and always with open arms to receive new people.
Hmm.
Um, if we talk about the boys in the front line that they are fighting, we have to understand that it will be more difficult for them to trust in a newcomer.
Yeah.
And I think I discussed this subject with you last time, and I think I just say exactly the same.
Mm.
Um, the general Ukrainians, they need time to trust
Hmm.
in the people.
Do you think
So
that's a good thing or a bad thing?
uh, right now,
Hmm.
because your neighbors and because all the things that we have, it's good. It's
Hmm.
good. It's good. But yes, so we need to show them that okay, we are here to help, and we know these things that we say that we know. We know,
Hmm.
and after they see that okay, so this people is legit. Yes, it's not lying. Is a good person. Okay, so they will start to trust on us, and they will start talk with us like brothers, like family.
Mm-hmm.
In general, I think the Ukrainian people, it's a little bit more cold
Mm-hmm.
than us,
Mm-hmm.
Portuguese, more cold than even almost all Europe people, and they take more time to trust.
Yeah.
But I don't blame you, honestly. I don't blame you.
All right. And could you maybe give an advice for somebody who's watching at home, considering joining Azov? Maybe they've found this interview. Could you advise them on how could they prepare for what's waiting here in Ukraine?
How they can prepare. We are talking, if we're talking about the equipment,
Mm-hmm.
so the brigade will give them the equipment if they don't have. The things that I say each time is if you are able to buy your equipment and adjust your equipment to you, to yourself already, and after that bring with you, it will be perfect because it will be a equipment that you already know and you already work with.
Mm-hmm.
So that will be good. I'm talking about vest, for example, and helmet,
Yes.
for example, and another type of equipment like pants
Mm-hmm.
and boots and
Everything you can bring
everything.
into the country, because I
Yes,
think it's
yes.
also strict on what you can actually bring with you.
Yes, of course, you cannot bring guns.
Mm-hmm.
That is like it's more for the Americans that you cannot bring your gun. Sorry, but yes. So this kind of equipment, I have many people that ask me in the interviews, what should I use, like red dots, like sights, magnifiers, and the thing is, if you can buy it and if you know how to use it, okay, buy it because it will be cheaper to
Mm-hmm.
buy in another country than in Ukraine. If you never used a red dot, if you never use a sight, if you don't know how to use it, if you don't know how to zero it, don't buy it. Don't waste money because probably you will buy one thing that after you start to using in your rifle, you will not like it,
Mm-hmm.
or you will prefer another type of red dot or another type of magnifier.
Yeah.
So the thing is, some things that they can bring, of course, but another things like more like this about the sight and red dot, just wait and come first and see what type of job you will do,
Mm-hmm.
and don't waste money
Okay.
because you will need that money.
Yeah, and speaking of the people who maybe have the money and want to help the International Battalion of the Azov Brigade, I would like to note that we will leave the link below this video where you could follow it and support the International Battalion through the official channel.
Yes, people, if you like to see some videos and if you like to help us to kick out someone, just go to the link below and help us. We will be glad.
So, Tuga, how do you see yourself contributing to Ukraine's potential victory in short term and long term?
In short term, it will be uh, put my battalion in the front line as fast as possible and give the boys the tools to work. That is my short term. In a more range, like more bigger term, let's say, it's continue to work with the brigade and continue to work for the battalion because this is like a stairs. So if I work for the battalion, I'm working for the brigade itself.
Mm-hmm.
So it will help both. So in the long term perspective, it's continue to help the battalion and continue to help the brigade as much as possible.
If you could write a letter to yourself before the full scale invasion, is there something you would say?
What is this question?
I'll repeat it.
No. I'm joking. No. It was no. Yeah, you can repeat, please.
Mhm. If you could send yourself a message, your younger self, before the full scale invasion and before coming to Ukraine,
Hmm.
what would you put in that message?
Uh, Good question. That personal questions, like
Mhm.
you always catch me with that personal questions. Um, what I would say to myself, uh, bring some pastéis nata, for example. No, like honestly, I never was a no for the opposite. I always was a guy from words, but I'm good to say words to another ones, but I'm not good to saying words to myself.
Mm.
So probably I would not say nothing in that letter that could help me.
Mhm.
But the majority of the things that probably I would say to myself is okay, like you have to be ready for that.
Mhm.
So you have to be strong mentally and physically.
Mhm.
And but the people that know me and the people that saw my path, let's say like that, since I'm younger, or at least since I entered in the Portuguese army, they also knew and they also know that I was ready for this, and I was preparing for this without knowing I was preparing for this a lot of time ago.
That's a very interesting thought.
Yes.
Mhm.
So the times that the people saw me in a gym training with a vest like
Mhm.
10 years ago,
Mhm.
and the people just, you are crazy. Why you do that? Like I never know.
Yeah.
I don't know what can happen.
Mhm.
My answer was, we never know what can happen. I need to train.
Do you stay in
So
touch with your brothers in arms from Portugal?
some, yes,
What are they
some.
saying? Are they supportive of you?
Oh yes, definitely, definitely. So I didn't add anyone from my brothers in arms that say that you are doing bad or you have to come back. No.
Mhm.
Of course, they say to me that okay, when you come, you have to come here. When you arrive to Portugal, you have to come here. But no one say that. Just leave it.
Mhm.
Everyone say that you are doing a good job or you are doing your job. Just continue. Just keep your head down and be safe.
What is their most popular question about the war here in Ukraine? What do they ask you?
They ask me what is happening, because they know that they only know a little bit part of what happening in the front lines,
Mhm.
and they ask me, so this is true, that is true, that is false, this happened, what happened, so what happened, like what is happening right now, like what is the most hot front,
Mhm.
because it's the things that the media pass in Europe in general, but in Portugal it's a little things,
Mhm.
because this war sometimes don't sell papers
Mhm.
or don't buy audience
Yeah,
right now, that is a sad part on this.
absolutely. Because it goes on at the full scale to this day, but putting a tank on the front page of a newspaper just doesn't make the numbers anymore, unfortunately.
And the people, I think the people see talking about that uh, particular thing about the tank in the
Mm-hmm.
page. If the people want to see tanks, they go to Google
Yeah.
and they Google tanks and they see it, so it's normal
Mm-hmm.
for them. We don't have, like in the beginning, we don't have like war journalists here all days, like covering all the situation and covering all what is happening.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a problem, because the people forget because the people want to forget.
Yeah.
That is simple.
Yeah.
Like I say to you, if you get used to one thing and if you don't do nothing to change it, that thing will continue
Okay.
the same, and you will get used to the same thing all over again.
Uh, what is your favorite, or maybe the funniest to you, piece of Russian propaganda about Azov?
Oh, that we hit kids, right? Yes, we hit kids. So we hit
Jesus.
kids. So yeah, yeah. So that for me, it's a I like a good piece of protein, but not from kids. Not no. I don't. I'm not so desperate right now, and we are not so no. Yeah, I think it's that one is the. Oh, and my second favorite. It's some months ago. They say in Russia propaganda that Azov it's all that. Azov doesn't exist anymore.
Oh,
I
we're here.
we are right here. We are right here. So yeah,
Okay.
we have a lot of things that we can laugh about this because it's the only thing we can do. It's laugh.
Yeah, it's only funny before it gets into the brains of your friends or family back home, and when the people in Europe or America start thinking, in the terms of Russian propaganda in their
Yes,
media.
but it's so easy to fight against that you just talk about it because the people nowadays every person have a computer, every person have phone, have access to internet easily, so every person can search and see. We have we have apps already, or we have sites that already tell you if that information is true or false, or what is the percentage of that information. Maybe it's truth, maybe it's false, maybe it's only propaganda, you know? So we already have that. So for me, it's complicated to understand because the people just don't want to know. The people only want to see one news, okay, this is true, and they don't search about it, or they don't thinking about it.
Do you see that perhaps some of the foreigners inquiring about serving in the international battalions also believe in some myths of the Russian propaganda?
Fortunately, no. And that is a good question because always in my interviews, one of the questions that I do is, you know Azov and you know the brigade that you are get into it, because I want to be sure about that. I want to be sure that they know what is Azov, and they are they knowing they are knowing about the all propaganda that we have around us. Unfortunately, almost all the people, 90% of the people that I talk with, they already know. They search, and they search before apply to us, and much of them also speak with some Ukrainian friends or some guys, some friends that they have in Ukraine, and all of them are saying that don't come here, go to Azov.
If you could send a message to a potential recruit and share why they should join the International Battalion of the Azov Brigade in particular, what would you tell them?
That it's if you want to be a soldier inside a family, and you want to learn how to fight properly, you have to come here. You have to join us. So we are creating here a family inside a family. So let's say that it will be the foreigners family inside Azov family that we already have. If you want to feel that, and if you want to help us to fight, and you want to learn that skills, you will be welcome. No one will say no. You will learn. I will not say that it will be easy, because it will not be easy. Even for us that we are here like 3 years already, and I have 12 years of army, even for me it's complicated all day. All day when I woke up, and like, yeah, it's complicated, but I have to do it.
Yeah.
And we can do it. So the important here is we will do it together. That is important.
How do you help the recruits build the mental resilience needed to endure the hardships of war?
How? So first they have to come with a will to learn, and something it's day by day things, how you work, so how you will do the things, how you will behave with another people, how you behave with your brothers, with your family. When they understand how they have to behave, they will learn easily. Of course, like I say in the beginning, it's difficult to prepare them for what they will see in the front. If it will be the first time, it's difficult to prepare. The only thing we can do is prepare them as much as we can, like psychological, like psychological thing.
Is there any psychological support that the battalion provides for the fighters?
Yes, so we have the psychological part in the brigade, of course. Right now, fortunately, we don't need to ask nothing, but yes, of course. So if something happens, we have the full support of the brigade, like psychological, medic. So we cannot say nothing bad because the brigade is giving us like every conditions
and all the resources.
Yeah, and all the resources that we want. Yes.
Okay. And in our last interview, you've also mentioned that you worked as a fitness trainer.
Yeah.
And do you think physical fitness plays a role in the success of Azov's soldiers? And how do you promote it personally as an instructor?
Definitely. Definitely. So it's another reason that we are so good in what we do is I will not tell you that all the brigade do physical exercise. No, I know that
7 a.m. every day.
Yeah, no, that will not happen. Okay, and that is not happening right now. Let's talk. Let's be honest. But it's important, and we have a lot of people in the brigade that do exercise. Maybe not every day because in the front, for example, it's complicated. But when they are in the back, they do every day. We have many people that do fights, like sport, for example, and
sparring, boxing.
yeah, like everything.
Cool.
And I never saw so many people in one brigade doing so much.
Yeah.
I'm honest with that.
Yeah.
And here in Ukraine, it was the only place I saw this.
Do you work out with your brothers in arms?
Right now, no. Right now, I work out alone. But yes, in the front, I used to work out with the guys. Right now, I work out alone because it is what it is. I just cannot stop. And yes, I work out alone. I have my own gym, so I do my own stuff. When I'm in the training site, yes, I work out with them. So and like this is what we do in the regular army. We woke up, we go to the training, we train, we do some physical training, we go to the breakfast, and we have the rest of the day ahead. And have to be like that because only the mental health is not sufficient to survive here.
Yeah.
You need the balance that I talked to you about the hard skills, soft skills, or the person itself. It's the same thing here. Mentally and physically, you have to be balanced. You can be a Olympic game athlete, but if your mental health it's there,
yeah, that's no good.
Sorry, but probably you will not survive on the battlefield, or probably you will not get there.
Yeah, I have heard that passing the physical exam or test to get the Azov badge is actually kind of complicated. Can you tell a bit more about that?
So let's say that is not the only thing you have to do to deserve the badge. Let's say that this is already a cultural thing in Azov. So when I arrived to Azov, was already like that. So you have to pass to the recruit. You have to have good grades. That is the first, and the recruit is not easy. After that, you have to do the tests while you are in the recruit, and you have to have good grades. You have the final test in the final of the recruit, and you have to have good grades. So if you don't have good grades and everything, or if you don't have the minimal result, you will not receive the badge. The thing here is between the course, or during all the course until the end, you are being evaluated physically, but also mentally.
That's the mix that you mentioned.
Exactly. So you are being evaluated in both aspects of that.
But give us the benchmark, like how many kilometers do you need to run at what speed or time?
So
I think everybody
it's
wants to know.
for
I know
guys,
it's simple.
run the maximum kilometers in the last time you can. So no, let's say that we have a mark of 3.5 kilometers in 12 minutes.
Okay.
Let's see. No, let's say like that. Of course, it's better if you do the 3.5 in less time. Of course. We have, like, for example, on 5 pull-ups. And if you do more, you have more grades. If you do only 5, you will have the minimal grade.
That's the bare minimum.
Yes. For example, you have push-ups, you have abdominal, like you have, and you have the rest of the exercises in the rest of the course. So this will be accumulated of grades, let's say, and in the middle you have the physical, and you have the mental health, because you will be evaluated in the mental health during during all the course.
That makes a lot of sense.
And for example, you can, like I say, you can have very good physical test, but if you didn't pass the mental health, like, or if we see that you are not mentally healthy to be here, you have to train more. Because we don't want to pass no one that can go after 1 or 2 months to the front line and can kill the guy that is beside him.
Yeah.
So we don't want that burden on us, let's say like that.
What has been the most rewarding moment for you personally since joining Azov's International Battalion?
Oh, that is that is complicated. I already had very many good moments, and already had some bad moments, let's say.
We're all
But
human.
I think
We're all human.
yes, exactly. But I think right now, for me, I'm putting, like, I will put this in more team perspective, not personal perspective. But I have a little welcome that I do with the newcomers.
All right.
Yes, so I have some ritual.
What is the
Let's say like
ritual?
that.
Can you share?
It's only a welcome. It's only a welcome then. Yeah. So if you want to know, you have to join us in the International Battalion. So you are invited to join us in the International
Thank
Battalion.
you.
Yeah. So, but I was pretty happy with the first 4 guys that I just welcomed in the International Battalion. Was the first guys that signed the contract. I was pretty happy in that moment, because in that moment I saw that all of this, it's literally possible.
Yeah.
I already knew
Yeah.
that was possible, but when we see that the things are literally going forward and are literally happen, we have a more, let's say, more light.
You actually make those first
Yes.
steps.
So I was pretty happy in that, and I think they was happy too.
Yeah.
With some pain, but yeah,
With
some happy.
What specific training techniques or strategies have you developed to better prepare recruits for combat?
So it's again, it's a mix of things that I already knew, or things that I learned here, because I come here, I already knew some things, but I come with a will to learn, and I learned many things here in Ukraine. I learned many things with another foreigners. I learned many things with Ukrainians. I learned a lot inside this brigade with many teams that I already was working well with. And being instructor is that. So it's being instructor is you to be able to absorb all the knowledge and
Pass it
looking
on.
for you And okay, you need this. Okay, let me take this, and I will give you this. Okay, you need this. Let me put this on you. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So that is the difference, and that is what we have to do in many aspects. It's like how you handle the gun, how you handle the pistol, how you use the rifle, how you use the pistol, in what moments you have to use it, like how you do to shoot, respiration, things like that. Because the thing is not okay, now I'm cool, I have a gun, I pick up the gun and I shoot. But if you don't do basic things that are in that boxes that we give to you, you can fill the target at 20 meters.
Yeah.
So yes, it's we have to take out a little bit of each thing, and we have to know how to use it to teach in different environments.
And do you train the recruits the basic first aid as well?
Like I say everything every time. Sorry, like I say every time. I'm not medic.
Yeah.
I can train them,
Yeah.
and I help to train them, but I never wanted to be like responsible for a medical station. Let's
So
say.
it's somebody else's role.
Yes, it's so I don't mix with. I don't like them to mix with my role.
Yeah.
I don't like to mix with their role. Honestly, it's one of the only things that I don't mess with. It's with the medic.
Yeah.
It's for me. It's not. It's not for me.
Yeah.
I know how to treat a casualty in the battlefield. I know how to give him the first aid, but more than that, it's not
But
for me.
knowing something doesn't always make you a good instructor.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like, and I'm that guy that say, okay, that job is not mine. I can teach you the basic thing, but more than that, you have to go and ask to our combat medic.
Yeah. Makes sense. I mean, thank you for the honest and humble answer.
No.
A question, a lighter question,
Lighter.
is perhaps, what's the one piece of advice you wish you would have received before joining Azov? Or before coming to Ukraine? To those who are watching at home and thinking of joining.
So before joining to Azov, advice. Fortunately, I can say that when I joined Azov, I had almost everything that they promised me. Like, I cannot say that I'm disappointing, because I'm not. I'm literally happy what they give me, and they continue to give me every day. Before coming to Ukraine, it will be important if every people before coming to Ukraine, it will be important if they talk with someone that is already here. Because we are used to live in good conditions in Europe, in comfortable conditions. We have our problems, but if we will compare the problems that we have in Europe with the problems that we can have in Ukraine, it's a huge difference.
Yeah.
So I will tell to the guys and to the people that want to come that try to reach someone that it's already here.
Can they reach out to the brigade?
Yes,
To the International
yes.
Battalion?
So just when you write us, so the interviewer will call you, and you can ask any questions you want. So we never hang out the phone without asking. You have some questions, you have some doubts, so ask us. We are here to answer you. Okay.
How does one find the contact information for the recruitment of the International Battalion?
So we have all social media, and for the contact link, that just click on the link below, and you have all the information that you can. And after that, it just boom, magic.
What's a skill or a lesson you've learned in Azov that you never expected to acquire?
That is so. I'm just being. I will be honest, and I will not take too many time to think.
Okay.
But it's not one thing that I learned here, but it's one thing that the brigade indirectly teach me more, and indirectly what the people teach me more, and that is that we cannot fight nothing alone.
Mm.
And I come here to Ukraine because of that, because I know that if we want something, we have to fight for it. And here in the brigade, since I enter in the brigade, I see everyone, everyone with the same spirit, everyone like playing with each other, everyone like working when they have to work, everyone working for the same reason. And that indirectly put in my head that, okay, so you came here for the right reasons. You're right. You was right. And the brigade is saying you that you're right.
Mhm.
The people, sometimes you are not the most important in this world. Sometimes the other people, they matter.
And you have to function as it's here.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
So, yeah.
All right, well, thank you. What is your favorite part about living in Kiev now?
My favorite part of living in Kiev
Yes.
is I can go home
Mm-hmm.
every day and I can have a hot shower every day.
Yes. So the
That is
comfort.
the comfort, of course,
Mm-hmm.
because we are military, but we can live without comfort. But of
Mm-hmm.
course, if we have comfort, we will be better, let's
Yeah.
say. Yes, but definitely it's the that thing. And when I want to go to coffee, I go. Like when I want, so it's more without stress.
Yes. Everything
Let's
is
say
accessible.
yes,
You can get
yes,
anything you need. Yeah, I would
yes.
agree with that. Have you already had the power outages at while you were in Kiev?
Oh yes, a lot of times.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's complicated because I live in a 14th floor and
Mm.
with the dog sometimes.
Oh, and the
uh,
elevator doesn't work.
Yes, the elevator
Okay.
doesn't work, so sometimes it's complicated.
Extra cardio for the day.
Yes, for me and the dog. The dog
Yes.
is a runner
Oh,
already.
it's good that he's active.
Yes. Oh, we don't have another choice. Another choice.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we already spent some time without electricity, but it's the life.
Mm-hmm.
It's the life that we have here. So
Yeah. Some people probably, like, you never imagine living without electricity for too long. If the power goes out, normally it's for maybe for the evening for a few hours, right? But in Ukraine, if it's out every day for many hours. And you kind of get used into this routine, checking the schedule of the
yes, of the
outages.
outreach. Yes. So yes, it's one of the things that we already spoke about. It's the problems that the people say that they have.
Mm-hmm.
They can probably say that okay, we have a problem because we don't have electricity. Blah blah
Mm-hmm.
blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So we spend days and days without electricity. I already had times here, not this year, fortunately, but not this year of 2024,
Mm-hmm.
but 2023, times that I had only 2-3 hours of electricity.
Yeah.
So it's, yeah, we don't have, you don't have problems with electricity. We have
Yes.
problems with electricity, you
And
know?
it's also it was like that this summer of 2024 when we had power for 2-3 hours 4 hours maximum per day, and you
Yes,
would have to schedule like plan your laundry or vacuum cleaning or something like that
yes, yes.
by
Uh,
just
it's for me right now. It's more like put all the devices charging.
yes your power banks.
Power banks and computer, tablets, and cell phones, and after that, it's
Hmm.
just leave the day like it
Absolutely.
is. It's good because the people adapt themselves, and even I don't have electricity in my
Hmm.
own, but I go to a coffee downstairs and
Hmm.
they have generators everywhere.
Yeah.
So the people adapt. The people work and the coffees are working,
Yeah.
and that is good
Yeah.
because we have something to do.
That will forever be the sound of Kiev during the war for me, the sound of those
The
generators
generators
at every
working.
cafe.
Yeah.
They're
Yes.
just rumbling
Yes.
all day.
Sometimes it's a little bit loud. Yes,
Hmm.
but it's now it's more a comfortable sound. let's
Yeah.
say, for me,
Yeah.
because I know that if it's a generator, it's electricity there, so it's not so bad at all.
You also mentioned that you rescued a dog from the Donbas region.
Yes.
How is he doing in Kyiv? Has he adapted already? And also, how does he react to the sirens, or if there's any air defense working above Kyiv? Does he get scared at all?
Yes, so I managed to rescue Tugi because I was working out one day in our rear base, and the dog just appeared with his mom. And I was surprised because I tried to give him to the mom, and the mom just ran out.
Oh, so
So
the dog mother ran away.
yes,
Uh-huh.
was like, and that is a difficult thing because we can see that even the animals, they suffer with this, and they feel what they can do or what they cannot do. In the beginning, it was complicated for him. Was complicated for him because he had to adapt. Was I remember that the first weeks, because it was not complicated to adapt in Donbass, but was complicated to adapt here in the city life, in the
Yeah.
apartment,
Yeah.
because he just destroyed the apartment everywhere.
He wasn't used to the apartment living.
Yes, he just was not used to that, and it just destroyed the apartment. And yeah, it was a little bit complicated in the beginning, but he got used to it. And right now he stays. Unfortunately, you have to stay 6-7 hours a day, maybe at home. But he's good. Yeah,
Okay.
he's good. He's living his best life. Let's say like that.
Tuga, thank you for joining the Ukraine's fight, and also thank you for
Welcome.
rescuing a dog from the Donetsk region. That means a lot, truly.
It's so I come here to try to save everyone. So even the animals. So
We should
it's no
have brought
problem.
him here today.
Yeah, maybe next time. Next
Okay.
time. Now it's a little bit cold for him. Let's
Yeah.
say.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
you're welcome.